Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to create your textures in Bitmap to material and take that same texture and apply it to your geometry in Maya. I'm going to go slow, that way in case you're a beginner, it's a whole lot easier to follow. Now, I'm using Bitmap to material instead of substance because the part of the geometry that I'm trying to do is a really small piece and it's really irrelevant. So this is actually the piece that I want to create the textures for. So in comparison to the whole scene, it's really insignificant, it's really small, and my camera's not really going to take too much of the focus. So you open up Google, search for the texture you want to apply. In this case, I'm applying a wooden texture. I'm not going to download it right now since I already downloaded previous to starting this video. Next, what you want to do is open Bitmap to material. And that shouldn't take too long. When you first open it, this is the interface that should pop up. And from there on, it's just a simple drag and drop. Here's the wooden texture that I'm applying. Drag. Once these options come up, you click on Load in Main Input Tweak. And pretty much you're all set. From here, I just simply mess with the global option. Make it tile. I switch to Y. To me, that looks a whole lot better than how it started. From there, since it's, like I said, something really small, it's not going to take too much attention. I'm just going to leave it like that. So I go to my outputs, make sure my outputs are correct. Base color, roughness, metallic, yeah, I'm going to need those. I don't really need height. So this pretty much gives you a preview of how it's going to look. So for example, ambient occlusion, if you click take that off, this is what it's actually spitting out. I'm okay with that since it's a really small piece. So the next thing you want to do is export. Always leave the default settings for base name pattern. I don't mess with that, or the format unless I really need to, unless it needs to be a PNG or a JPEG. Next, you select wherever you want your textures to be exported. For this case, I created a folder on my desktop using example text. And then I just select the folder. From there, you click on whichever maps you want. So I'm going to need a base color, roughness, metallic. I don't need diffuse or specular, glossiness. I do need normal, not height, displacement, bump, ambient, curvature, detail, emissive, or opacity. Like I said, for this example, if whatever you're doing needs it, you can always click on it. From there, all you do is just export, and it already exported them out. Don't need this. Minimize this. From here, just applying a simple assign new material, Arnold standard shader, your standard surface, and that should be good. Just gonna put it to the side. From here, since sometimes I get confused with this and I have trouble trying to go back, what I tend to do is just copy the tab, put it right next to it, and here you just simply start applying your texture. So color, file, and make sure you're getting it from the correct folder. My base color, open. Base color you leave alone. Metallic, I'm sorry. File, metallic, correct folder, open. Here you want to click your color space to raw, and your color balance, change it to alpha's luminance. Same thing with roughness. You want to go to your roughness, file, choose your file, roughness, change your color space to raw, and click on alpha's luminance again. Here you have one more thing, which is our geometry. We use the bump mapping. In this case, we're using a file. You want to change bump to tangent space normals, and in your Arnold tab, click on flip red and green channels, and then you select your file that you're using. And that's pretty much it. We don't need that anymore. And here is the texture. And let me see, do I have my, I should have my Arnold lights on. I should have shot cam, and let's do a test render to see if it comes out. And great, my lights aren't on. Oh, that's why. Okay, so my light in here is blue, so I'm sorry about that. There we go. And instead of using the shot cam, I'm just gonna use a perspective camera. And there's the texture. So like I said, since it's a small piece, bitmap to material works great. And yeah, that's about it.